Hey guys, welcome back. It's your girl Juice with Cupcake. So we are going to talk about today the Meg Thee Stallion trial. We're going to talk about Kelsey, what she said when she took the stand. We're also going to talk about Meg Thee Stallion and what's really going on with the boyfriend now. We also going to get into this commentary about this situation with Young Miami and Diddy. But I'm going to tell y'all who was hitting her DMs. All right, so I'm going to need y'all to get your blunt, get your whatever it is you need to get, have a seat, and let's get into this commentary. Y'all know what's
Tell me everything!
Coming at ya. Bomb style disaster. Coming at ya. Back at ya. Tell you what's master. Coming at ya. Coming at ya. Bomb style disaster. Coming at ya.
Alrighty, so this morning we are actually going to talk about Young Miami. Now y'all gonna say, Queen, while we talking about I'm about to tell y'all why we about to talk about Young Miami. Okay, so Diddy lately has been doing the Pookie and Ray Ray thing. You know, he done knocked up Dana Tran and was supposedly be messing with Miami, Young Miami. Problem with this is, and what a lot of people don't realize is that this is all really just a publicity thing to get back at Cassie. So I really don't think Diddy was taking Young Miami as serious as Young Miami was taking Diddy. Now, with that being said, now Young Miami is going back and forth with females that are half Asian, half black, or some half Asian and half black chick on Twitter about Diddy, right? Y'all going after a man with Papa balls. I'm just keeping it up. So really the only thing that's appealing about Diddy, because we done heard closet stories about Diddy. We done heard a lot of things about Diddy. People have come out and wrote books about Diddy, right? But yet, y'all are on social media fighting over this old man. So it has to be the money. It can't be anything else other than the money that's making you fools act this way. Now, something you youngins don't know about Diddy that, but us older generation folks, we know about Diddy is Diddy does this every time he breaks up with a chick. What y'all failed to realize is he had twins with Kim Porter right after him and J-Lo broke up. He was so butthurt over the breakup that right after they broke up, he had another baby with Kim Porter. The relationship didn't last for all of like 2 years, and then they was broken up. So at the end, rest in peace to Kim Porter, sweet woman. But at the end of the day, Diddy has a past. Diddy has a track record of doing stuff like this. It's not surprising to me that he's in the media. I mean, you putting out songs about Cassie. Y'all remember when he put out that song about J-Lo? I need a girl to ride, ride, ride. He was talking about J-Lo. Go ahead, mommy, breathe again. Come on now. Y'all know this. Y'all know this. So for Young Miami to take him so seriously, I was a little shocked by that. And again, like me and other bloggers have said that she's a city girl. You would think the way you talk and popping tags and this and that you wouldn't really be phasing or be phased by what this man is doing. But guys, she seemed a little phased by it. So she's going back and forth with this female on social media about Diddy, talking about she's single, talking about she's spicy mayo, she ain't with the brown sauce, and just making herself look bad. Like she's making herself look so bad right now. It looks young, it looks tacky, it doesn't look professional. Um, it doesn't look like what you spit in your lyrics. It's given very desperate to me. It's given very much angry because you feel in some sense daddy did do you wrong. Yeah, that's your daddy. That's what I meant to say. Yo daddy. He old enough to be your daddy age. I'm being that serious. And y'all know I ain't telling no lies. Did he do this every time he break up with somebody? So y'all know this was all to get back at Cassie, right? The stunt with the pregnant female, the getting with Young Miami, it was all to be out in the media. Diddy knows exactly what he's doing because what y'all failed to realize is that no more than about 6 to 7, 8 months ago, he was having some issues going back and forth with Cassie's husband. Cassie had a kid. We know this, and we know it was just seeming like Cassie was with Diddy. All of a sudden, we look up Cassie was with somebody else. It was like Diddy never even happened. So at the end of the day, to me, it's just a ploy to get back at Cassie, to kind of let Cassie know he did something with other chicks that obviously it's clear he did not do with her. So, I mean, Diddy was with Cassie for what, almost like 10 years and never married Diddy, never married her, nothing. Like, Cassie and Diddy never had no kids. And then you think about this new song Diddy put out. What was Diddy talking about? Same thing he did with J-Lo. Diddy trifling. He pulling the Pookie and Ray Ray. I guess him and Nick Cannon have been having discussions. But anyway, in further news, let's get on to the Meg Thee Stallion. Oh, well, not in further news. Let's say it like this about my Young Miami before we move on to Meg Thee Stallion. Let's say this. Stop embarrassing yourself. You look ratchet. You look bad. You're a professional. At the end of the day, you knew what it was. You understood the situation. I can't believe you actually would think that this man would take anybody seriously when every relationship Diddy has been in has ended up in a breakup and a failure. Okay, so that tells me because is he zesty? That's the question. Because if you look at Diddy's track record with every single female Diddy's been with, he hasn't lasted with not near one of these baby mamas, girlfriends, nothing. J-Lo tailed it out the relationship when he got caught up with all that mess with the club. She was like, I'm out. She was even complaining in songs about how Diddy was never giving her time and all Diddy would do was buy her things. So if Young Miami knew what it was, girl, you supposed to get your bag and do what you got to do and keep your mouth shut. It didn't matter. You understand what she got going on. You got to understand that. See, these young chicks don't know how that game goes. You understand? They want to have wife privileges, but don't understand what comes with butt buddy privileges or even just side chick privileges. And then of all things, for Diddy to come out and come talking about my shorty doo-wop, I was like, really, Diddy? You took it back to the 90s on her? And that's a really old term. Like a very old term. Like I have not heard shorty doo-wop in so long. I mean, the last time was what's his name? That's a whack rapper that nobody really even listens to. It's like he faded in and faded out. I can't think of his name. Show my shorty doo-wop. I get the Baby Bash. Baby Bash. That was the last time I heard Shorty Doo-Wop. That album came out like 20 years ago. So the fact that Diddy's using that, and if anybody knows what Shorty Doo-Wop, we 90s kids, we know what Shorty Doo-Wop means. That's basically meaning like my side chick. That don't mean my girlfriend. That don't mean, you know what I'm saying? Because when a guy I feel like is choosing you, what would a guy say if you the only one? She the only one, right? Like you're not gonna say my Shorty Doo-Wop. That like makes no sense whatsoever. So the fact that he's using that term, like I would have been embarrassed. And I feel like stop embarrassing yourself because it looks bad. And then the fact that you getting into it with this chick talking about I could do anything anywhere. Like you celebrities forget you are not of street status anymore. The way you would have handled something when you lived in the hood is not the same way you handle it when you are an entertainer. You have to understand you have money. They will sue you. So it just seems like all internet gangster stuff to me. It makes you feel like you're tough or it makes you feel good for in the moment, but in reality, it's just internet gangster. And I no disrespect to Young Miami. I'm just saying this is how it looks. You know, I don't know that young lady from Adam, but I'm just saying how it looks. It's given very much internet gangster vibes. Don't do it. If you ain't about that life and you ain't this, you ain't that, move on and keep it pushing. But let's talk about desperate cheesy game coming out talking about some if all you females act like Young Miami, then you'll be able to get your bills paid here and from there on out. Really? Stop simping. Stop simping, game. You looking real bad right now. Stop simping. Stop getting in people's DMs. Nobody wants you. Stop. Stop it. It don't look good. Okay, it don't look good. Stop it. You giving simp vibes for real. And to come out, I thought you and Diddy was friends. Like, how do all you dudes run in the same circles and to be hitting on the same chicks and then not be issues? Like, what is with that? Like, I don't be understanding that. Like, isn't there a line? Like, I mean, when I was younger, it was a line. You just didn't cross certain lines. Guys had more like, what was it back then? Guys had more like what? Like guy code, yeah. It's like guy code don't exist anymore. Girl code don't exist. Everybody just free reigning it. Do you? If I'm cool with you, I'm cool. If I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna just do me. Like that's what it is. If it's a friendship, it's a do me friendship. I'm gonna do me, but we gonna be friends. That makes no sense. But anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think about that situation down in the comment section. Do you feel like Young Miami is embarrassing herself? I actually feel like she is. I don't think it's a good look. I feel like if you want Diddy to take you seriously, that's not the way to do it. That's just hood girl shit. That's the old way of handling things. That's not the way you handle things now. That's not the way things should be handled now. So it's kind of crazy to see her kind of do that. And then she getting on the internet arguing with different chicks, like we can do whatever. Like, bro, y'all gotta stop handling things the street way. Isn't that like how PNB Rock, like they felt like PNB Rock was doing that, like going at random dudes on the internet? You just can't do stuff like that. Like, you are a celebrity. You don't live in the same space as the rest of us. You understand? You do not live in the same space as the rest of us. You understand? Like, you are at lawsuit status now. You are at, I'm gonna take him for everything he got, everything she got. Like, you can't put your hands on people anymore. Now you have to learn how to do it a different way. Y'all need to start taking notes from like Foxy Brown, Little Kim, and stop taking notes from people like Nicki Minaj. Because we see Nicki Minaj as petty. That's just not the right way to handle a situation as a female. If you were a female rapper, Eve, if you were somebody, what would you have done back in the day? What would you have done back in the day? You would have put it in your music. You're not going to take it to the streets. They did. I mean, we see where that kind of stuff gets you. And it's one thing I respect about Shekinah. You know, Shekinah from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Shekinah said that in an interview. Somebody asked her on a breakfast show. I think it was the breakfast show. It was some radio show, that podcast she was on, and they asked her. They was like, "Why do you always run from fights? Like, why do you always be like, I'm gonna call the cops?" She said, "Because one time I got into a fight in the club, and we tore the club up. They pinned the whole thing on me, and I was responsible. Why? Because I'm the one that had money." You got to understand, Young Miami, you're not really about what it is, where it's at, because you that's not the way you handle things. You're in a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? And another thing with DJ Admix, I didn't even understand why she responded to DJ Admix. That's where this all started from. DJ Admix had made a comment about her being and she said, "I'm no side chick. I'm no side chick. I'm no this. I'm no that." Now Saucy Santana's in the beef. Saucy Santana had a whole lot to say to DJ Admix, called him a fat little boy sitting in the room, and some more stuff. Like, it has gotten, it's blowing up, and I'm not even understanding why, over some peen. Really? Girl, Diddy got billions to spare. You got to understand, men like this have options. Y'all have not been listening to nothing Kevin Samuels has been telling you, because everybody was so bit against him that nobody was really hearing what this man was telling y'all. When you are dating a high value man, and Diddy's higher than higher value, okay? Because Diddy's net worth is in the billions. When you are messing with a man like that, do you not think he has other chicks on standby? You cannot believe you are the only one. Even if I was a wife, I would know he was cheating. And you either going to accept it, or you're gonna not be with somebody like that. That's where you put a value in your worth. And see, these females, they don't realize it when they chasing these high value dudes, and it's for the money, but yet they want these perfect situations. They're not realizing you're gonna have to sacrifice something. You know what I'm saying? And they got options. And if you think you're the only one, man, have y'all not been listening to anything Kevin Samuel said? He said those guys are more apt to cheat because they have options. Have y'all not been listening? Even if you didn't agree with something somebody says, still listen, because there's still knowledge in it. You understand? And I thank my husband for making me like that. Like, I'm usually the one that's like, I don't want to hear it. He's like, nah, just listen to it, because even if you don't like what they're saying, it's still a good way to listen, because it's giving you some understanding and knowledge that you can put in your own perspective. My husband tries to really broaden me, especially when it comes to content, because he feels like even if I didn't, so he's like trying to encourage me to watch this Meghan Markle documentary. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, but I think at this point, I don't know. I may watch it just to hear what she's saying before I post my video. I don't know, but let's move on. We're going to move on to Make the Stallion now and Tory Lanez. All right. So now they're saying that Kelsey took the stand, I believe, about 3 days ago, and Kelsey basically began to plead the fifth. So Kelsey basically said that she did not want to incriminate herself. Now, something that they brought out about the trial, that her and Make the Stallion were actually physically fighting. Not only that, they both found out at that party at Kylie Jenner's house that they were both sleeping with Tory Lanez. But Kelsey found out when she went back home to Texas that Megan Thee Stallion started a relationship with Tory Lanez once Kelsey was out of the picture. See, Kelsey was messing with him first. They said something blew up that night, and they believe the two women were talking, and they said through court, this is alleged in court, that the both women had talked. They figured out that both of them had been messing with him. That's when the fight blew out. The nails and all this was all over the place. Anyway, Tory Lanez came out and basically said, I'm innocent, I'm innocent, I'm innocent. Kelsey's talking, I'm going to talk my crap when I get to court. I'm going to talk my crap. She got up there and pleaded the fifth, y'all. She pleaded the fifth. But the one thing I wanted to talk about really is not so much the case. I believe they said that this situation has been affecting Meg Thee Stallion's boyfriend. Now, the reason why they're saying it's affecting him is because they say he does not like the way her sexual history is being put on display. So that makes me wonder, is Meg Thee Stallion out here thotting it up? Because we see now, allegedly, the baby came out, said he slept with her. He dropped the lyric, said he slept with her. She never disputed it. She never came out and said, she just said, I can do what I want or whatever. She came and out and said in the concert. So we know that. Now here we got Tory Lanez, who she's sleeping with. It's just an interesting situation to me. It's like, bro, y'all all out here just like dotting it up and don't care. Like, and you did that to your friend. Like, that's kind of foul. And they think that's what happened. And they think shots were rung up in the air to stop it. And that's how she got shot. But they're allegedly saying that Kelsey had gunpowder on her. So we don't know. It'll be interesting to find out. But we do know at this time she pleaded the fifth when she hit the stand, because she did not want to incriminate herself. Matter of fact, she went through a whole process with her lawyer and the prosecutor saying she basically did not want to incriminate herself, and that anything within her testimony could not be used against her. She needed to have clemency. So at the end of the day, we know Kelsey pleaded the fifth, which tells me there's some involvement there, and I'm thinking both of them two fought. But again, I don't keep up with Meg Thee Stallion too much. I'm really not a Meg Thee Stallion fan outside of her song with Beyonce. I don't listen to her. So I'm not real into her, but I know some of y'all are. So I just kind of wanted to bring y'all that information. Just kind of let you know what's kind of been going on within the trial. Not only that, and how this has been really affecting Meg Thee Stallion's relationship. This is my situation. Like, women have to move differently than a man. I don't care if you're in the industry, even more so in the industry. You have to move differently than a man. You cannot move the same way, because unfortunately, I don't care how much all these rappers smile all up in your face and they all cool with you. The instant you sleep with them, guess what? It's going to turn into some what? Locker room talk. And if you ladies are not familiar with locker room talk, that's where guys discuss their sexual mishaps with women or whatever. So when you doing these kinds of things, you don't know who's talking to who. You don't know what Terry and Tory and the baby was up there sharing notes. Because I'm gonna be honest, guys are ignorant like that. They will tell you in a minute, bro code over hoe code. Like, seriously, bros over hoes. I've seen, and a lot of men think that way, especially even more so now because of the constant discommunication between women and men. Women feel like they're more men nowadays. Women's starting to feel that men whine a lot. So we can see that it's a clear disconnection between men and women. That is not how I would be moving in the industry. That's crazy. So it makes me wonder, like, is some of that true? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna bring y'all some pictures. Glorilla had Drake all over her one night at a party. I mean, he was all over this girl. All over her. And I was thinking to myself, I hope she don't get caught up with him. Cause y'all know Drake, he's just like that. Like, Drake don't take no female serious. Like, as a female, I could never see myself taking Drake. Drake looks like all these people to me. Like, if I was to sit in a room with them, I would try to get like really good business information off of them. Like, I wouldn't even care to talk to them about like their careers in that sense. Like, I would try to talk to them like business wise, like to try to figure out what they did, or to try to figure out like when they got famous. Like, I would question them about stuff like that. To be into half these dudes, no. Why? Because of the money? Like, as a female, I would want it for myself. I would want to make that kind of money for myself. What is the joy in chasing a man that has that kind of stuff? I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand that. because I feel like when you chase dudes like that, they don't trust you no way because they know why you chasing them. So if you think they stupid, no, they trick on you because they want to. The instant they don't want to, they don't. So it's like, to me, I don't understand why females make such a big deal out of basketball players, out of rappers, out of, like, I just don't. I really don't. I've never seen or understood. And that's a funny thing. You ever notice how actors never marry like other actors? They always marry like regular people. Did you know that? Because a lot of times it don't work. A lot of times relationships don't work out. Too busy people. So half the time I don't even be understanding, like, just half of these chicks and the mindset that they have nowadays. Like, I just don't understand that. Like, I don't understand, but it is what it is. But that's as far as we know right now with the Make the Stallion trial. I will try to keep you guys posted and updated on what's been going on, as much as I can. It's so much going on now. So it's a lot to keep up with. It's a lot of drama. It's always something to try to keep up with. I did end up getting pictures of Beyonce, not Beyonce, excuse me, y'all, of Rihanna's son, but I am not going to post it here on my social media just because I feel like that's a child. And even though she did it, that's her child. She can do that. As a blogger, I'm just not. I try to respect the privacy of children. I don't care if their parents are in the limelight. I try to respect the privacy because you got some real pedos out here, and I will not be promoting that. But anyway, he's a very cute little boy, and you can tell Rihanna is a good mom and A$AP Rocky. So congrats to them on their little bundle of joy. He's a gorgeous little boy, very gorgeous little boy, and he's going to do great things, and I can tell. So, all right, guys, this is it for me today. Let me know what y'all think of today's commentary. Let me know what you think about the Make the Stallion, Tory Lanez, and Kelsey situation. What you think about Young Miami going at it with random Asian girls on the internet, and also Game trying to slide into Young Miami's DMs being a simp. Guys, let me know what you think. Again, I gotta go. Time's up. Y'all know what to do. Deuces. Bye, y'all.
Coming at ya. Bomb style disaster. Coming at ya.